Folks, welcome back. My name's Alex, this is Nostalgianomics. Today, we're going to tackle the ever so important question of how does all this stuff continue to rise in value? How is it that every new set of Pokemon sells, the cards rise in value, the PSA copies sell, and there's this much money continuing to slosh around in this market, rising the price of all these collectibles? The funny part is the answer is very simple. As with most answers in life, it's just hard for a lot of people to grasp or wrap their head around how that's possible. And the answer is collectors are going to collect. Simple as that. Collectors are going to spend their dollars on their collection, on their hobby. It's the way it's always been. It's the way it's always going to be. Now, some collectors may leave the hobby. New collectors may enter the hobby. There may be times when collectors can't buy things because they're going through things in life. They need the money elsewhere. They need their attention elsewhere. But over the course of time, collectors are going to continue to collect. And, after they get their paycheck every week, every month, whatever it may be, they're going to usually pay their bills, hopefully. They're going to usually invest in something, maybe traditional investments like a 401k or an IRA, hopefully. And then with their disposable income, they're going to spend it on their hobby. That's just where those dollars are going to go. And as we all continue to age, usually people are going to continue to make more money, progress in their careers, get promoted, get higher levels of success. And usually they're going to have more disposable income to spend on their hobbies, right? And also, along that time, their value of their collectibles, investments, whatever you want to call them, are appreciating. So now they have more net worth in the hobby, and then maybe they want to sell some of those older things off, put it into newer product, be able to buy more of newer product, whatever it may be. But the fact of the matter is, there's more humans, right? There's more people being born every day. There's more kids entering the hobby, growing up, maybe staying in the hobby, coming back to the hobby, right? All of us old guys now are in the hobby, right? And we're going to continue to age and continue to stay in the hobby, have more money for the hobby. And there's just more money continuing to be put in and slosh around in the hobby. Now, it only seems like everything's always going up, but it's not true, right? I mean, go back and look at all the other eras of the past, right? A good portion of the cards, they stop going up, right? Especially most all the commons, uncommons, rares, V, GX, EX, all those types of things. A lot of those cards really stop moving. They stop doing too much, right? And even a lot of the main hits in the eras, they go stagnant for long periods of time. Even a lot of the boxes go stagnant. It's very few things that are always going up, right? But a lot of things hold their value because there's always someone looking for it, right? You have to remember the vastness of this market. I think people get trapped in our little bubble, our little sphere, and we think like, oh man, like this or that. There are so many people throughout the world looking for that specific item right now, right? There's someone looking for some, card that's not even on the market right now, waiting for an auction. There's someone looking for a booster box to come at auction right now to buy it. Like, there's someone looking for a flash fire box right now. Like, there's someone ready to buy a flash fire box. There is someone ready to buy a team up box right now. There is someone ready to buy, enter any card, any box, any item you want. There's someone out there across planet Earth that is looking for those items, that has the money, has been saving up. They're just waiting for the right price. And there's multiple people wanting those, and they're going to compete for that item, right? And there's enough demand. There's enough people that want those compared to the amount of people that either have them or want to sell them, that it keeps the market rolling. And also, all these people that are looking for these items, if prices drop to a certain point, they're always ready to pull the trigger because that item is worth more to them than the dollar amount that is being assigned to it at that particular time. And there's enough people that feel that way. There's enough trust in the market, in that price point of the item. There's enough want, right? There's enough value to people in those items, in those cards at certain price points that they say, I would rather have that than the dollars in my wallet or the dollars in my bank account. And that's what makes this whole thing go around. And so when people talk about like market crashes or all this could go to zero, I don't think they're truly taking into account the vast majority of people around the globe that, one, don't even watch channels like mine or yours or anyone else in this investing or market space, all right? 2, 2, people that don't even care about the money. They just want the freaking thing, right? I mean, do you think people care about the money when they go to like some, store and they're just like buying decorations for their house just because they like them? No! Someone's not going to Hobby Lobby saying, oh, I don't know if I should pay $50 for this artwork. It might go down in value, then I won't want it anymore. No! They're not saying that. Or, buying some piece of furniture, like, I don't know, if I buy that furniture and I sit on it, it's going to go down in value and then I'm going to lose value. No, they're buying it to enjoy, right? And same thing with any type of entertainment. You're not, thinking about going out to a movie or a concert or on vacation and thinking about, oh, I really hope I get enough value out of this because I don't want to lose money. People enjoy things. And I know that's like a hard concept for people in this investing market style Pokemon space to understand, but the majority of the people buying this stuff, they still actually enjoy it, right? They actually open the boxes. They actually collect the cards. They put them in binders. They don't just, write off bulk as worthless and sell it off or throw it out, whatever everyone does. And maybe some of them make decks and play against each other. And people actually enjoy this stuff, right? I know it's crazy. Stick with me, though. It's crazy to say that, but they actually do. And so they're not worried about, if it fluctuates 10, 20, 30, 40%, whatever it may be. They're not worried about if they overpaid. They could have got it cheaper somewhere else. All they're thinking about is, I went to work, I made this money, I paid my bills, maybe I invested somewhere else in a traditional investment, and now I have this amount of money to spend. And that person, maybe they don't want to go out to a concert. They don't want to go out to a fancy dinner. They're not taking a vacation. Maybe they don't do other hobbies. And this is their hobby. This is their entertainment. And this is what they spend their entertainment dollars on. Hear that word? Spend. Right? They're not investing. They're not putting it there to say, well, I'm putting it here in hopes that it goes up. No, they're spending their money. It's what I used to do in the hobby when I first got in the hobby. I didn't even think about the future value of this stuff, right? I just bought the stuff that I had when I was a kid. There goes Iron Crown. I just bought the stuff I had when I was a kid because I enjoyed it, because I wanted to own it again. I wanted to see it again. I had no thoughts of value or dollars. And that is the biggest thing that everyone is missing when we hear this stuff like, eventually all this is going to crash. It's all in a bubble. No one actually wants this stuff. It's all about money. Everything's manipulated now. And there's always going to be a level of manipulation in every market. There's a level of manipulation in the stock market, the crypto markets, probably the real estate market. There's a level of manipulation everywhere, right? There's always going to be people with money or groups of people with money that are going to try to make money off of a market, right? That is what a free market is. But if you're crazy enough to believe that you think there's people with enough money in the hobby that are moving, are propping up the prices of these items all alone, you're insane. I mean, just look at just the Moonbryon. Just the Moonbryon. If you take the amount it's selling for, multiplied by the amount of copies out there, I mean, you're talking about tens of millions of dollars, right? Just take every single booster box. Like, you can pretty much, if you talk to a bunch of distributors and ask how much they got of each case in stores, I mean, you could pretty much get an idea of how much money they're sloshing around in every product. If you really think there's enough money sloshing around in this hobby for a group of individuals to control the price of a booster box, I mean, you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's not that it's not possible. It's just, it's so unlikely that, I mean, there are so many other circumstances to think about before thinking, yeah, the only reason the Evolve Skies is 700 is because there's some billionaires out there that are buying up all the cases and not selling them just to force the price of the box up. Like, do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? Like, billionaires have nothing better to do than try to speculate on a Pokemon market, right? They're going to be playing in something else. They're going to be playing the stock market, or the crypto markets, or the currency markets, or the futures markets. They're going to be doing something else where they're going to get a better return and a faster return and have more liquidity on their returns than a Pokemon hobby. And so, yes, there's people with more money in this hobby now than there used to be, and or people are using more of their income on it than they used to be, but not at the rate that everything is just held up by pure speculation and pure financial interest and financial gains, right? And I think once you step out of that style, I've talked about it before, stepping out of this investing bubble and just like going and touching some grass and talking to some collectors at some card shops, watching some gameplay and like getting out of the sphere, you start to realize there's a bright blue sky, sunshine world out there, and not everyone's thinking about all these evil methods of calculating all these returns and trying to pump up things and then drop them on people and pumps and dumps and manipulation and buyouts. That's not what this hobby is for the most part. And so that's the answer to the question. Collectors are going to collect. And when collectors have disposable income, it goes into their hobbies. And when collectors get older, they have more disposable income usually, and it continues to go into their hobbies. And most people are spending their money, they're not investing their money, and so they're not worried about the things that me and you are when it comes to value. So I hope that answers that question. I hope it gets you a little more chilled out about the markets moving and things. And yeah, my name is Alex, this is Nostalgianomics. Be back here in a new one soon. I'm out.